Hey, what's going on, collectors? It's Miguel here from Toy Quest 101, and on this episode of That Geek Statue Show, we're going to be reviewing the newly released Platinum Exclusive 1/3 Darth Maul from our friends over at PCS Collectibles, and that episode is going to start right now. Hey, what's going on, collectors? It's Miguel here as always, and welcome to another episode of That Geek Statue Show right here on Toy Quest 101. Now, like I mentioned before, guys, on today's episode, we have the newly released 1/3 Platinum Exclusive Darth Maul from our friends over at PCS. Now, guys, if you've been with us for a while, you know that we touched on the prototype when it was first revealed at Comic-Con with our friends at Adam and PCS. And man, this was a really cool statue when we saw it there in person. I helped them actually put the prototype together for display, but they did make some changes to it, which I'm excited to talk about in the review later on. And as you can see, there is no display box, so it's already assembled, but we will be showing you the assembly video momentarily. But guys, if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing to Toy Quest 101, and don't forget to hit that notifications bell so you don't miss any toy reviews, statue unboxings, or any celebrity guests that might pop up on our show. Now, guys, this is one of the first characters from their 1/3 line, and of course it's Darth Maul, one of my favorites, guys. I love him as a Sith, as a villain in Star Wars, so I had to get this for my living room collection and my kitchen collection, and I think they knocked this out of the park. There are some things that I'm like, I wish they would have done differently, which we're going to talk about in a little bit, but man, it looks really good, man. You got a full statue here, and then the torso here with a display option, which I think every company should be doing. But man, we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Now, guys, before we jump into the assembly video, now, something really cool that PCS did that I think needs acknowledgement is that when they released this, a couple months later, they released a hyper realistic version of this 1/3 Darth Maul. And a lot of people got upset, as I would too, if you ordered this already and now this new one came out and you wanted to get that. But what PCS and Adams did was they let the customers go ahead and transfer their PO to the hyper realistic one if they wanted to get that one in place of this one. And I thought that was cool because that you can see that they're thinking about the customer, and the customer comes first. So that's really cool. I haven't seen the hyper realistic one in person yet, but I would love to see it to just compare the two. Now, I sticked with this one because this was enough for me. I already had the PO out. I didn't want to go through all that mess, but I do like this one. I'm satisfied with it. Again, it's a great representation of Darth Maul. So before we jump into review, let's get to the assembly video. right, guys, now that we got the assembly video out of the way, let's jump into this review. Now, the first thing out of the box is this PCS box right here that comes with a couple cool things. But the first thing I want to talk about is your chance to go ahead and possibly be one of the winners to get the Ruby ticket and or the Platinum coin. Now, PCS does something real cool with their products. They have like that Willy Wonka feel to it where you can get that Ruby ticket. I believe it's valued at least $200 for royalty points on their website, which is kind of like cash. And you get like a real Platinum coin or a gold coin, depending on what version of the statue you get. I'm never a winner. I'm not a winner today. As you can see, I'm gonna open up this box. I don't have it, but it does come with other things as well. It comes with some gloves for you to go ahead and handle your statue, which I should be using and I never do. It comes with the COA, and this is like a little silver plaque here, which is cool. And I love to display this with my statue. So this is cool that they have this, and it's like a hard metal, which is good. So it's not gonna get bent, not get beat up. It's really well made. Now, they only made 150 of the Platinum exclusive ones, so it's super rare to get, and it's super limited, so I'm happy about that. And it also comes with a little brush, so you go ahead and brush the dust off and things like that, which is everybody's problem in their collection. But yeah, this comes with this little box, and it comes with all those little things that they didn't have to include, but they did. That's one thing I do like about PCS that other companies aren't doing, so shout out to them. Now, let's talk about the measurements here. Now, you never see me with one of these because I think it's corny when people do that, but I got to do it with this one because there's just a lot of different measurements that you want to take note on if you're going to get this piece. So starting with this torso, which we're going to talk later on about, this lightsaber and this pose is about 29 inches, guys. This takes up a lot of space, even though it's a smaller part of the complete statue. But when you do have it on this base and you're showcasing you know, this particular style with the dual sabers, whether it's here or there, it is 29 inches wide. Now, the statue itself, height-wise, is about 34 inches tall with this one here, with this version of the dual sabers kind of pointing up. It's about 34 inches, guys. If it's not with that version, it's probably gonna be like around, I wanna say 26 inches tall if you decided to swap it out with this one. The base itself, wide-wise, is about 16 to 15 inches. And deep, it's about, I want to say 12 inches tall or deep. And then here on this one, it's about 16 inches from the table up to the top. So there's a lot of measurements to consider when you're getting this, guys, especially if you're getting the Platinum exclusive. It does take a lot of space, I feel like, you know, wide-wise, right? Especially with the saber. And height-wise, if you're going to be displaying it like this. Now, obviously, everybody's displays are different. I'm going to have room for both, which I'm excited about. I'm a little worried about this one, though, because it does take a lot of space, again, with those dual sabers. But nonetheless, you have options, and options are great for everybody because there's bound to be something that fits your needs, guys. So, cool thing about that. Now, let's talk about the base, guys. We're going to talk about this base. It is a storytelling base. This is one of my favorite things. You see it with Legendary Beast Studios. You're starting to see it with more companies. This is a really cool feature, something that attracted me to this statue and a lot of things that PCS is doing. Now here you're gonna see the Duel of the Fates, that epic fight, one of the best fights in I think Star Wars period, between Qui-Gon, between Darth Maul and Obi-Wan. You're gonna see the storytelling base going all the way around. It lights up, and they have it kind of like a mural type, like a gold, bronze type memorial to that tail around the statue, and it does light up, which I love light up features. Now here in the front, you're gonna see kind of them meeting up to Darth Maul, which is really cool. On the sides, you're gonna see different parts of the actual fight itself. On the one side, you're gonna see all three of them fighting, which I absolutely love. On the other side here, you're gonna see when Qui-Gon actually gets killed by Darth Maul. And then on the other side, it's when Obi-Wan and Darth Maul actually fight by themselves. So you do see that storytelling base. You see one of the most iconic and most epic fights in Star Wars franchise on here. And I love the way they did it. It's like a statue memorial type version of that story in this base. And of course, it lights up, which I think brings a lot of attention to the base, which I think is cool. Aside from that, where the platform he's on, it's kind of like a Star Wars-y base type thing. But man, it looks really, really good. Now, the only gripe I had with this is that instead of them showing when they see Darth Maul for the first time as the front piece, I wish I was able to switch out the part where they're all fighting each other to the front, because for me, I think that's cooler, right? Unfortunately, that part is in the back of the statue, so unless you have a turntable, you're really not going to see that, or unless you have like a mirror in the back. But nonetheless, it's a minor detail. That's the only gripe I really had with this statue, is the fact that my favorite scene from the base is not in the front. So I wish there was a way to kind of interchange that if possible. Maybe that's something in the future that they could do. That's literally my only gripe. Aside from that, the sculpt and the colors on the base look good. You see some battle damage to this base and stuff. And it's kind of like the inside of, you know, a Star Wars ship or a building, but it looks good, man. Everything they did on this is really good. Shout out to the Kosheric brothers too, who made this piece here possible. I'm huge fans of them. If you guys been following us, they're one of my favorites, and PCS does work with them, and I love that. And you could tell in the dedication of this piece, which we're going to talk about a little bit more. Now, aside from this base to the full statue, they included an extra torso, or an extra display base for the extra torso for you to go ahead and display the torso you're not using on the full scale statue. This is something that's a pet peeve of mine, and I'm so happy PCS is doing this, because I feel like every company should be doing this. I hate to put away an option that I could display. So by providing us with a little pedestal, with a little display base for that extra torso or maybe portrait that you're not using, this is really cool. And this for me is just another separate statue, to be honest with you. But it does enable me to go ahead and put the torso that I'm not using on the full scale statue here and put it up for display. Now guys, aside from that, the sculpt on this looks very well done as well. It almost looks like the hilt of the actual lightsaber. So I think that's what this is, which is pretty cool. But man, it looks amazing. The paint applications look good. You know, obviously he's dark colors, so they can't really mess that up, but it looks really, really good as far as that base goes for both are concerned. Now guys, let's talk about the light up feature, guys. I love the light up feature, guys. This is awesome. I am a sucker for lights in your statue because I feel like it just gives the display more options for you and attracts people right to it. The fact that the storytelling base has lights, I love that. The dual lightsaber, freaking awesome. Look at the LEDs on that light strip. It looks really good. This is all plugged in, which is really good. It's all plugged in. It's not like magnets. It's all plugged in throughout the entire statue, which is really good. You're gonna see plugs in the torso, you know, in the body of it, where the hands go, and when you connect the actual lightsabers as well. Now, something cool, guys, that they didn't offer before, and just in case you didn't know, Ant Adams and PCS did this as a surprise for you guys. Originally, the torso with the extra display did not have a light up feature. This was the only light up feature you were gonna get. Guys, they included another plug for this, and they made this light up as well. So now, instead of ordering a statue that only lit up with the extra torso and the extra display base, both of them light up now. So this was a freebie from PCS and Adams to you guys, and I think that's cool, man. They didn't have to do that. Obviously, that's more money occurred, you know, for that display and for it to do that. And they did it, guys. They gave us another light up feature for the display, the extra display. And I really appreciate that, because like I said, I'm a sucker for lights, and that was our freebie to us, which is really cool for them to go ahead and give us another plug to light up this bad boy here on the side. Excellent job, guys. Excellent job. So guys, let's talk about some of the swap outs first before we jump into the statue itself and the portrait, which I'm excited about, and the paint applications, guys. You see two different torsos here. You see one with the full cloak and robe here to my left that I have on the smaller display. So if you wanted to display that option of Darth Maul, you can. And then on my right, you see where he's showing those markings of his that he's known for. You see that deep red color, that devilish color of his, that matches that grin too as well. I prefer this version of Darth Maul. I want to see his markings. I want to see those, what he's known for, right? I love that paint application. Obviously the red brings out the black more, and it pops out a little bit more, and it matches the lightsaber. So I do love that interpretation more. So I think that's what I'm gonna have on my full statue. But for you guys to go ahead and decide, that's up to you. Let us know in the comments, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer the one with the red markings without the shirt on or the top of the robe? Or do you prefer the fully robed one, which is more accurate to the movie? But man, I do love both, but you do have both options. Now, again, we're gonna talk about the different swap outs for the arms and the dual sabers. Obviously, it's a different torso, so you kind of see him here with the dual sabers kind of to the side, and this one's kind of up, and you have the force hand on the side. This one has gloves. This one just has his hand wraps. So you do have different options there. Again, I'm a fan of the hand wraps. I'm a fan of him kind of looking over the lightsaber. I feel like that's more badass in my opinion. This is a little bit more accurate to the movie, especially when he meets both of them. And for the first time, you get to see both the dual sabers, which I thought was one of the most badass scenes in the movie, aside from the fight, is when he pops out both sabers and everybody's like, whoa, right? So it depends. Do you want to be movie accurate? Do you want to be a little bit more badass? I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. I like this version of Darth Maul right here. I think for me, this is my favorite here because it's just more badass, right? But guys, this is cool for you guys to have the swap out options, for you to have different torsos, both light up features, and of course a different display base for the torso you're not using. Bravo to them. I think that's freaking excellent. Now again, the measurements are all over the place depending on how you want to set this up. So you have to make sure this right fits you and your display. Now guys, let's talk about the sculpt itself. We're gonna go ahead and talk about this torso first, the fully robed one with his cloak on. Now guys, this torso has a lot of texture to it. I'm gonna try to get it on camera, but you can see that there's a lot of textures here. And it really looks like it's not a, you know, a statue type material that they're using, even though this is fully sculpted. This is not any type of, you know, clothing material or anything like that, even though it looks like it. And I think that's because of the sculpt and all the textures that they used to make this look like a real robe. Obviously it's black, so you know it's a plain color. You see some shades of gloss in there. His belt here is painted very well in a dark black, and it's gloss as well. And then you're gonna see his gloves here have a lot more gloss than the robe does, because the robe is a little bit more flat. And they match his belt, so that way they could see the contrast between the blacks. I think they did a good job with that. And you're gonna see all the fine details in the glove as well, and of course on his robe and the inside of his robe as well. You're gonna see all the different layers, all the wrinkles and stuff, some shading effects and things like that, and all the different types of looks of fabric, even though it's not fabric. So I think they did a good job even going all the way up to his collar and the inside of his shirt as well. I think it's pretty movie accurate as well. I'm not one of those who are looking to see, oh man, they missed a spot on this, but I think it looks pretty well. I did look at some pictures just to make sure. So they did a good job, and PCS is known to look at archives and look at different pictures to make sure they try to get the most accurate representation of their products. So I think they did a good job with that. Now jumping over to the statue, you're gonna see the boots here and stuff have whole bunch of details. It looks leather in my opinion. You're gonna see the straps here. You're gonna see different layers of padding as well. He's got like padding on his shins because obviously he fights, right? Or he goes into battle for protection. You're gonna see the tread here on the bottom. A lot of details made in this boot, which I think it's cool and I appreciate as well because they didn't get lazy with it. Now, when you get up to the body of the Darth Maul, you're gonna see a lot of details in the bottom half of the pants and the broken down cloak as well. You're gonna see it flaring, which creates movement for me. I love when things look like they're moving, even though they're stationary. So the sculpt came out pretty well. I really love that about this. So the bottom part of this statue, or of Darth Maul, looks pretty amazing, guys. So I think they did a good job with it. You're gonna see all the wrinkles and different layers that they put into it, so it does look like it's flowing or he's fighting. But man, I do love this. Again, stationary, but looks like there's movement. Job well done there. You're gonna see the same type of belt here, or waistband, as the other one. They did a good job with that. You're gonna see the different layers, the rivets and things, and the color applications look good. And when you move up to his body, man, I absolutely love, again, those unique markings that are known for Darth Maul. You're gonna see they did a good job with that. They're very accurate to the character as well. The red stands out, even though, again, these are flat colors. The black looks good. All the markings look good from the front to the arms and the back of Darth Maul, and of course his face. And then when you move over to his arms, I do love the fact that they have like hand wraps on them. They did a good job of hand wraps. You guys know I do martial arts and box, so I'm a big fan of that. And then you're gonna see that his hands or his fingers are out in the open, and they continue the lines, and the details on them look really, really good as well. Now let's talk about these portraits, guys. This is something else that I really, really wanted to pay attention to detail with when I did look at it. We'll talk about the one in the torso here. This is more of a glare, right? His face is just staring at you. He's concentrating. He's ready for fighting, right? His mouth is closed. You see those beady red eyes, just that, it's the glare for me, guys. That stare, that evil stare, demonic stare. His horns look good. The paint applications look good. His nose, his mouth, his ears, everything looks good. But man, look at that face. He's looking down. His head's kind of down, but his eyes are looking up, giving him more of a ferocious look. But this is serious look for me. This is a concentrated look. This looks like he's just about to pounce on somebody, right? So this is a concentrated look for me. This right here, this one here, the other portrait is a pissed off portrait. This is the one I like. He's gritting his teeth. His cheeks are up, his teeth are glaring, they're showing out, his eyes are looking high even more. He is upset. He's been fighting for a while, and now he's just ready to finish the fight. This for me is awesome. And even the details, look at the ear. He's got like a little piercing there as well. I mean, everything about this one, his teeth look crazy. I mean, for me, it's the glare, man, but the pissed off look right here, for me, is what does it. I love this piece. He is already in a fight. He's about to continue the fight and make sure that he wins. This, for me, this face here, this portrait tells more of a story than this one. This one's really cool though, because he's concentrating, right? He's making sure that he's gonna fulfill his task and he's gonna defeat the Jedi, right? But this looks good. This for me is the way to go, with the gritting teeth. His teeth are out, he's snarling at you. His nose has the wrinkles, his cheekbones are up, he's pissed off. Man, both look really good, guys. I'm really excited about this piece. I think they nailed it. Kasheric Brothers, you guys rock. And from PCS, everybody, shout out to Rad Titan, of course, my guy. But man, you guys did a good job with this. I'm glad I PO'd this day one for me. And I'm glad that I got it, and it came in a pretty good time during the holidays, so I'm excited for that. I didn't really have anything in the works, and then this showed up at the door, so thank you. But man, I hope you guys like this review. I hope you're a fan of Star Wars. I hope you're a fan of the Phantom Menace. I hope you like this, guys. Let me know in the comments what you think. Would you have made them do something a little different? Did you get this piece already? Were you thinking of getting one? Do you prefer the hyper realistic version? Guys, let us know. This is a 1/3 scale platinum exclusive Darth Maul, guys. I hope you like it. Guys, make sure you follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and don't forget to subscribe to Toy Quest 101. We'll see you guys on another episode. Bye, guys.